Hi guys, Derpy Moose 99 is episode 20 and a quick look at our population. We are at 1178 on our way to our target of 1500. On the last episode, I talked about making a few decisions on where we're going to expand next. We're probably going to need some more farms, and I kind of want to create like a square or kind of a condensed area here rather than spread out too much. I also talked about the option to take out forest node number 1 here, but I'm emotionally attached to it. So I think what my decision is going to be is we'll take forest node number 1 just to have a look at the buildings here. Never mind the herbalist, forester. And what we'll do is we'll build a stone road. We'll go all the way down. And we're going to leave forest node number 1 in there. But what we'll do down here is we'll build a town center with a central market. We'll build some farms out this way. And then eventually, if we need it, we'll build down sort of from this market here. We'll build down across the river to maybe to another central market over there. And that's below, basically below forest node number 2. So we'll build, you know, 2 farming communities down here as well too. Okay, so that's the plan. And just while we have the circles up here, let's put some demarcation infrastructure in. Oh, actually, I already did it. So there's a storage barn here and a stockpile there. That's 12 wide. So we'll run the road down. And while we're here, let's throw some my favorite country houses here. Okay, so that's backed up against the storage barn. All right, so that's 4 rows of houses and our central market. Okay, so that'll start that adventure off. It'll take a while to come in. The other thing we talked about is we've got 2 of our tin mines in full production here, making tin. And I talked about where to build our tanneries and stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to disperse them slightly. So what we've got going on in this 3 forest nodes, plus a little bit along here, is duck meat. And we have 2 fisheries here with an option to put more in if we wanted somewhere. So I think what we'll do, this is probably not a bad spot over here if we can get a couple in, is let's build our first 2 tanneries. We'll go meat. And not going to get it in there. Maybe that wasn't. You know what? This is probably. Yeah, we could probably build them down there. Let's do that. Make sure we don't encroach. Let's go. Let's go 1 there and 1 there. And we can get rid of this guy. So when these 2 meat tanneries come up, we'll do 1 with duck meat and 1 with fish. And we've got our town tithe barn here, which is only 19% full, so that'll be good for storage. And then the other ones are vegetable and soup and fruit. And I don't remember, which food items count. So I think what we'll do there is let's put a soup one in, let's put a fruit one in, and let's put a vegetable one in. And these things have roads that you can go up the middle of them. Okay, so we'll do that. I'll let these come up and then we can review what options we have for vegetable soup and fruit. And then we can check and see what we've got the most of. So that'll get our tinnery going. Of course, we got some more furniture joiners. And, oh, the other thing I thought is We have a ton of logs and a ton of people, so why am I just building one sawmill? There's certainly easily enough room for another one here, so let's put another lumber one in. That's this guy here is already there. So we got that coming up as well too, and we'll try and blitz the lumber. So we'll do that, another sawmill for lumber, and then we'll try and buy a mess of it here, so we can speed up some of our production. Because I have a feeling, if we're at 382, or sorry, 1182 now, that's 318 away from 1500. So we should actually be able to achieve that, if not in this episode, in the next one. All right, so just like before, I think what we need to do is prioritize our lumber maker. Oh, there's a batch of lumber there, perfect. Now, let's just sell everything. $5,946, and the lumber is worth 5. So 1189, I believe. 1189. All right, so that gives us a whack of lumber. Let's go up to 5 on these guys. Not sure why I didn't do that already. These industry traders get pretty busy. Especially that one where I just drained everything out of it. So, okay, let's do that. That lumber should filter out fairly quickly. We have 120 builders out of 205 required. It's not terrible. It's not our record for badness, I guess. Oh, there's some more lumber. And some homewares. You know what? Let's do that, and let's drain this one too. All right, so how much lumber can we buy with that? Okay, 390. All right, and that drains that guy completely too. Okay, let's see how, be interested to see how fast that restocks. Coats are at the limit, so that should stock pretty fast. You know what, we have tons of flowers. I've been resisting this, but let's do this perfume as well too. It's under luxuries. So let's put another 2 of those in. You know what? Let's just go crazy. Go crazy. Now that means we'll probably need some more of these wells too. Water well. Well, so we put a line of them there. All right. Oh, those will need workers. All right, we got the interface good and cluttered, just the way I like it. Okay, we got a bunch of traders here. There's a gilded merchant. One day I'm going to have to sit down and figure out what to do with that guy. Trade lemons, bisons, okay. Don't need any food at the moment. And yeah, if we look at luxuries here, we're not actually keeping a lot of perfume in stock, so let's, we probably have a ton of flowers. So 3,800 there plus the 10,000 that are in this guy. All right, there's our sawmill for lumber. So we should be swimming in lumber now. Our construction limit is set in 2,400, so all of those lumber mills shouldn't be able to get out of hand with the limits. Yeah, there's only 162 in stock out of all that stuff we bought, so We'll see where we get to here. And where was that stockpile? Okay, here. Okay, that's our new town center. All right, that's gonna take a while. Out of tallow again on the candle maker. Oh, that's just awesome. Now, over here, coats are at their limit. Let's just check reeds. We put all those reed farms in. 4,600 reeds, okay. Feels pretty good. But maybe what we'll do here is workshops making ropes seem to do a pretty good job of using up the reeds. So let's put some more workshops in. And maybe we'll add some more fire bundles. And the rest of them can be rope. And then we'll just sort of eyeball our reed level. We've got this in case it gets out of control. Yeah, okay. How are our houses doing here? Our houses are not doing over here. Lumber is the thing. There's one pop out too. Okay. So hopefully all that lumber that we bought is in transit over here. So once this is all taken care of, then we'll assess the amount of housing. And let's go down to our new town site. So I believe we used ZXCV. Yeah, okay. So let's set the camera up for this guy. And we will go B is our last one here. So ZB, okay. Yeah, not a lot of activity. We need to get these houses down here. Okay, actually that's what we might actually prioritize, those 4 houses, just to get some workers. Okay, more furniture. That is always a good thing. Logs are at 6,500. Stone, iron's a bit down. Okay. What are we purchasing? 75. Let's make that 100. And then we might buy a chunk manually as well too. Okay. I'm considering too whether to turn this industry supplier on. But we got 183 workers or builders worth of work, so let's let some of that run. And it uses lumber as well, so okay, there's some flax. 100 perfume. Okay, harvest got us over 110,000 food, which is good. And our production was more, okay. I'm surprised the food's holding so good, but I guess we've built quite a bit. Extra homewares never will go amiss. I don't know if we can actually afford it though. Let's try 6. Yeah, okay, looks like we're emptying out our traders pretty good here. Alright, let's get restocking. So I don't know if you were watching earlier, but it probably looked like we were overkill on our trade goods. And you can see now that when we need a big chunk of them, you'll use them up pretty quickly. What are you short? Eggs, flour, eggs, I think. All right, there's a storage barn. Okay, that won't get used a ton. It's more or less just a demarcation for a forest node transition to farmland here. But that's okay. What was I gonna? I was gonna look at eggs, wasn't I? 12 eggs. That is not awesome. All right, how about we bang in some more chickens here? All right, that should be close to doubling our egg production. Of course, feathers as well too. Yeah, 2,600 feathers, so we might get out of control on feathers, so we'll have to watch that guy. All right, oh, we've got a tinnery come up. This is one of our meat tinneries. So let's put this guy on fish. All right, curious how much tin we have. 49, it's not a lot, but those two mines will produce pretty quickly. And if we see a trader that carries tin, we can add that to our request as well too. Iron's down to 397. Let's buy that extra 100. We can't, we haven't replenished yet. Rats. Okay. Well, you know what time that might be. Okay, those perfumeries, let's quickly turn those on. The reason why we build these mines ahead of time is so if we get into a jam, now not that we're in a jam, but iron's falling, not at a horrible level, but at a place where it could, be actually, what I should say is in Banished, you find you don't immediately go in trouble, it trends towards trouble. And if you can try and catch stuff before it, the trend leads to total disaster, that's the way to do it. So I think what I'm going to do in this deep mine, so it won't run out, we'll put this on iron, requires furnace fuel, and it'll take up to 30 workers. But let's just throw 15 in. Make sure I didn't make a mistake there. Yeah, let's throw 15 in. This is, graphics a little screwed up, but so we'll have 15 making iron, and now I think these were mineral storage because the intention was coal. So let's put, let's put an iron stockpile, 6x6, and put a general one as well, just for some clearing. All right, so we got that guy. We'll see how that works with 1500. What's our iron actual limit here? Let's make that 800. So this guy will only work if our iron stock is less than 800. So if the traders, bring our levels above that, these guys will just go back and do labor jobs. So it's not really a waste, it's just an insurance policy. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now let's go look at our batch of houses and see how that's doing over here. Okay, much happier. See, if you're going to build buildings out of lumber, make sure you have lumber. This is a important safety tip. Okay, and even these are coming up, which is good. 17-year-olds. So that means we're close to the right number of houses. Okay, and these two mines are actually starting to come in, so we'll start the upgrade cycle on those. minerals first and then lamp oil. Let's see what the traders are all about here. Another batch of lumber. Yeah, let's empty it out again, I think. And then we'll see where we're at when the next one shows up. So one homeware just for fun. And that will be 6, 6, and I think 9. And I am wrong. Gotta go the other way, son. Alright, that's another 667 lumber. So that's got to build a few things. Seeds not right now. Nope, 95,000 food, we're good there. A couple of our wells came up for our additional perfume. You know, we seem to stay at our clothing limit of 3,000 pretty well, so let's take a moment. Okay, let's go dress coats, 200. And what other coats? We had survival and wool, right? Okay. And wool. Okay, this will give about another 4,500 or so. 300 times 15, so let's see how our existing tailors can keep pace with that. I think we for sure have lots of wool. So we can easily add some more tailors there. We can add some more wool pens as well too. Alright, let's see how that does. What are you? You're a water well. Okay, workers, 13 out of 13, okay. So we added 3 wells. And there was 2, a water tower and 2 wells already, so that should be okay. Okay, some of our chickens are coming in. Oh, some of those were workshops. Alright, so we had 1, 2 fire bundles. Let's go. Fire bundle. Fire bundle. And then the rest of you guys can be rope. And you can be rope. And I think we're going to use more coats, so let's go survival coats on these. And I think that was our convention anyways. Dock workers 104 out of 102. Okay. Alright, that's one of our mines over here. Do the candle upgrade. Okay, we've got a trader at the food. We'll call it the food court. How about that? Okay, where did we build those other tinneries? They were up here, okay. Now, this is the vegetable one. Oh, interesting. That's quite a big list. Okay, good. Fruit. Yeah, I originally was going to can blueberries, but we're using those for muffins, so what do we have in here that... And cherries were going to be yogurt. I think apricots were for yogurt as well, too. No, apricots were for fruit bread. You know what? Let's see if we have black. Well, let's just go have a look, actually. What's our inventory like? Let's go by quantity. See what we've got. You know, we don't really have a ton of stuff that we can here. Why don't we look at grapes for fruit, maybe? Oh, and yeah, let's go cabbage. Nothing tastes better than canned cabbage. And onions, maybe we can do for soup. So let's have a look at that. So this is veg. We'll go cabbage. Yeah, this is fruit. I said grape. And onions for soup. Okay. Tannery. How many we've got? We've got 4 going, right? Tannery workers, 12 out of 12. All right, let's see how that works. So we'll have to, we have to keep track as we build crop fields and orchards now that we pay attention to what we're canning and kind of bulk that up. I picked onions because they come out of the gatherers' huts as well, as do blueberries too. Um, all right, our other meat tinneries coming up. So this guy was fish, and this guy we were going to make duck, I think. And we'll do seal, do a bunch of stuff. All right, but let's do duck. What the duck? Okay, those houses are coming up. All right, let's press B and go down here. So some of the houses are coming in, that's good. 17-year-olds, I bet you, where are we at with? So 1256 citizens. We started at 1178. So we've grown around 80. Our houses were actually pretty decent on houses. But I think we could build, I'm thinking we could build 6 more by the time they're done. All right, 6 more there. Let's actually prioritize this now. I forgot a school for quite a while on the other one, so let us take care of that now so I don't derp on the school again. It's our 1-room schoolhouse, which will have to be upgraded once it comes up. All right, now let's redo the priority so it captures all of that stuff. Okay. Looking pretty good. Out of curiosity, where we're at with lumber. Oh, this is sort of a quantity. Lumber, 1535. Okay, rock and roll. Okay. Now I think, yeah, there's a gilded merchant again. I feel guilty that I don't know what to do with that one, so. Where's flax? Let's get the flax. Okay, that'd be 100 of these guys. Okay, so I put those extra perfumeries in. How are we doing in the luxury warehouse? 1% full. I guess there's no panic there. Just to be safe, though. And remembering that, overkill is our usual motto here. Let's put another luxury and alcohol. Just in case we want to buy some booze from the smuggler or something. All right, let's go down here. Now there's something over here we might want a power tool. Let's get a big structure, this guy. Yeah, okay. So we'll use the power tool that doesn't destroy the resources. We'll do that. So there's a tip here for telling when these are done too, is if you take the priority tool, you see it highlights as red. So if you're watching when this completes, it'll actually drop flat and you can see it visibly. But if you're away doing something else, just come back and run the priority tool like that. And if it doesn't show up as red, then that means it's complete. And then you can go in and use the remove structure and get rid of it. So that's a little tip in case you didn't know that one. Okay, this is becoming ridiculous now with the tallow. All right, more chickens. So what we need in this town, boys, is more chickens. Okay, and we put those in because we're making bagels over here in the bakery. But the eggs can get eaten directly too if we overproduce. Okay, our mid-wharf storage. Look at that, we put that in a fairly short time ago and it filled up with reeds and rice. Okay. Okay, so the other thing to do with reeds if they get out of hand, we should probably think about some roads here, I would think too. What I was going to say with reeds, so let's quickly get some roadage in here. But if you put, there's under the storage, and then these guys here are miscellaneous barn, and reeds will fall into the miscellaneous category. So I think we'll just throw a couple back there. Now let's remove this stuff. Any stockpiles nearby? No. Okay. Suspect that'll be an issue. All right, let's just put a temporary stockpile in here, and then we'll blow it away when we get it all done. So take all that out. We'll build some infrastructure, maybe a little town center, maybe some housing, but let's make sure we have enough storage for all this stuff. And since we have so much rice, let's actually turn it into flour. See how that goes. Okay, that's all 24 millers going now. And actually, while we're here, I was going to say in the future we can put more bakeries in, but if we're going to do it, we might as well just do it. Oops. All right, and we were using I think there were these ones, general food. All right. Let's see how our cannery is getting on. This was the first one we put in. It's done nothing. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, our mine here. We could do the candle upgrade. Our town center down here. All right, that's been 34 minutes. Why don't we wait just a little bit longer, get this marketplace up. And let's look at what we're going to do in the next episode. So I think mostly what we should be doing, I think, is building additional crop fields and orchards out this direction. And maybe we'll do the same thing. We'll go 6 15 by 15s out here somewhere, another central market, and then go up towards our other stuff there. Oh, wait a minute. That's a good way of ending it. Absolutely, 164 nomads. That just sounds awesome. All right, let's have a quick look at our stats. So we're at 1,275. And well, how many nomads were there? 164. Well, that's going to get us well over 1,400. So yeah, okay, we'll leave that one for the next episode. But if you've been watching, you know that I'm going to take them. Let's have a quick look at our food here. Yeah, last year we produced 10 grand more. And our graphs, yeah, this is kind of tailing a bit, but we're going to be doing some additional farming and stuff. So you know what? This is Derpy Moose 99. That was episode 20 of Banished with megamod 8. And please join us in the next episode when we accept our friends the nomads, all 164 of them. I'm sure that will cause no problems at all and everything will go swimmingly. Thank you very much and hope to see you in the next episode.